Hello and welcome to Big Friendly Grub, and welcome to my sofa again. Yep, we're back on my sofa today. We're not in the kitchen because it's been a pretty busy week for me this week. Work's been super busy and I thought I would have a little bit of a break from trying to cook and film and bake and whatever today, because it does take up a fair bit of my time, and it is just something I do for fun outside of work. So today I thought I'd have a little bit more of a chilled one. I thought I'd sit myself down on my sofa, and today we are going to do a little bit of food tasting today. I'm hoping this will become a bit of a regular thing. It'd be nice to try and get foods from around the world, foods maybe I've not necessarily tried before, or foods that are a little bit weird, or at least weird to me, because it's purely subjective. I'm sure Marmite and crumpets is weird to some people, but I love it. So the idea is that, yep, I'm going to get different foods from around the world, give them a taste, film it, and see how it goes. We're kind of looking at this one as like the pilot episode for this. We're going to do it, see how it goes, see where I can improve, and just try and have a bit of fun with it, really. So today's foods actually come from the Netherlands. We're trying some Dutch treats today. I say treats, some of these might not be considered treats to some people, but these are all apparently very popular in the Netherlands to the Dutch, so we're going to give them a go. Some of them I think I have tried before, or at least had like variants of over here, but these have come directly from the Netherlands, so it'd be interesting to see whether they are actually any different at all. I actually got these because my parents went over to the Netherlands recently. They had a little bit of a holiday in the Netherlands and in Belgium as well, and I asked them if they could bring me back anything interesting to try. So they did do that, and yeah, we've got a handful of things to try. It's not loads and loads of stuff, but we'll give it a go and we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's try the very first food stuff, treat, whatever you want to call it. Actually, to be fair, I don't think you can consider this one a actual treat or something you would probably eat by itself, because these look more like sprinkles to me, you can hear. So these are actually something you would put probably on top of cupcakes or any sort of cake. It says you're going to have to forgive my poor Dutch pronunciation here. I can barely speak English, so trying to do other languages is a bit of a trouble for me. So it says chocolade hagelslag. Oh God. So it says chocolade hagelslag. Oh dear, this is going to be interesting. Chocolade hagelslag extra pure. So it's basically chocolate sprinkles, and there's no real other English apart from the strap line, because it comes from Fair Trade Original, for people not for profit, and it's all in Dutch. It's all Dutch to me, literally. It's like at least 50% cocoa chocolate sprinkles, so nothing particularly exciting, and I should really try them on something, but what the heck, let's just go straight in and give them a go by themselves. Oh, I like that. It's got a nice little pouring spout on it. That's really cool. I'm so easily pleased. It's so sad. I'm at that stage in my life where stuff like that pleases me. Oh, that's quite a lot. That'll be enough. That's fine. Pop those to one side so you might be able to see. Look, there's like large chocolate sprinkles, and I think if you pop them into the corner of the floor, you wouldn't be unforgiven for thinking they were kind of rat droppings or something like that. Enough of that, really charming note there. I'm going to give these a go. They'll probably just be interesting to see what they're like by themselves, because I kind of need to get the flavour profile to know what they would go well with, or something less pretentious. So I'm going to try these. Yeah, they are exactly what you would expect. They are quite dark, rich chocolate sprinkles. Very nice. They will go very nicely on top of some cupcakes or something like that. In fact, they probably would have gone well on some chocolate orange cupcakes I made last week. But yeah, I like those. They're nice. So yeah, not a very interesting one to start off with, but I felt I should give them the benefit of the doubt. My mum said they loved these things over in the Netherlands. They said they saw them on loads of things, sprinkles on everything. So, and yeah, they're nice. I will probably try those out on some other recipes at some point, so keep an eye out for these cropping up at some point. So yep, that was a nice harmless start. Up next we have something that's probably going to look very familiar, because we had something that was very similar on the biscuit tasting video I did a couple of weeks ago. Is it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Anyway, if you missed it, I did a biscuit tasting video a few weeks ago, and on it there was some Lotus biscuits, which are very similar to what we have here, I think. So these say extra Bacchus Speculoos. If you can see that, I don't know. But from what I understand is speculous, however you want to say it, biscuits are pretty much exactly what those Lotus biscuits are. They're quite sweet and got a nice spice to them, and I think that's exactly what these are going to be. Unfortunately, there's no English on it, so I can't really tell you what is in them. Tarwebalum, sugar, which I'm guessing is sugar. Plantagold oil, so vegetable oil maybe. And everything else that I will probably not try and pronounce because I'm probably horrifically offending most Dutch people on here. But let's open these up because I have a sneaking suspicion I know exactly what they're going to smell and taste like. I've got my little table here, so forgive me if this is out of shot for a moment. And yeah, those smell exactly like the Lotus biscuits. So I am sure these are going to be delicious. Let's pull one out. So there we go. Look, they look very, very much like those Lotus biscuits that I had. Maybe slightly thicker actually, but they got a similar sort of like nice pattern on them, and they smell great. They've got that really nice spice smell to them, mixed spice like cinnamon, aniseed maybe, a bit of fennel, just like sweet and spicy biscuits. And what I have here is I have got myself a cup of coffee because I think these are best when dunked in some coffee, so let's give it a go. I should probably try them by themselves first, but yeah, let's go for the coffee first. Actually, I got a bit. They do taste slightly different to the Lotus ones. They're not quite as sweet. Those aren't quite as overwhelmingly sweet as the Lotus biscuits. They're a bit more subtle. They're a bit dialed back. I think I actually prefer them because they aren't quite so sweet. They've got that really nice spice to them, but they don't feel like they're making my teeth stand on end after eating one of them. I think I prefer those over the Lotus ones. And up next, we have probably something else that we're all quite familiar with over here because they've made their way over here. You can see them in most probably coffee shops and things like that. And that's these Stroopwafels. And if you don't know what a Stroopwafel is, it is basically little waffles with a layer of syrup in the middle, hence a syrup waffle. And they're great. I mean, you can get hold of them in most places now, in most supermarkets and things like that. But these are little mini ones, which are nice because sometimes those large ones can be a bit much, you know, a bit too much in one go, a bit too much sugar and stuff. Or if you're trying to like cut down on stuff like this, like I am, then also good. So let's open them up. Oh yes, they smell very good. They smell very syrupy, as you would expect. And you can see they've got that nice waffly shape on them. And they're quite firm, as you can hear. They are quite firm like that, and they tend to bend and stuff like that before you can break them off. They're actually best when they're dipped in coffee because they soften up a bit. But I'm going to try one like this, and then I'll try one in my coffee in a moment. They are good. They are really nice. I think they will be at their best once they're actually dipped in coffee and they soak some of that up. And because it loosens up the syrup as well, which really adds to it. But nice by themselves. Sorry, shouldn't eat with my mouth full. My mum would be ashamed of me if she's not already. So let's give another one a try, and this time I've got my coffee here. I've got to try this now because before my coffee cools down, it might not help it soften up so much. So I'm going to dunk this in my coffee, give it a moment, soak it up, soak it up, soak it up, as Taylor Swift would probably never have sung. Right, so we've left that to soak for a moment. So let's get off the excess. I don't want to drip on myself. Yeah. That makes so much difference. It softens up the Stroopwafel. It adds to the syrupiness of the biscuit, if that makes any sense. It means that the syrup loosens up and it's not so firm. You know, you get that little bit chew, but it's not horrifically hard or anything like that. Much better when dipped in a hot drink, for sure. If you don't like coffee, you could try it in tea or hot chocolate even, maybe. I think they would be great with that. So very good, very nice. Yeah, like I said, you can get these pretty much anywhere now. You can get the slightly bigger ones, which you can kind of like rest on top of your coffee if you've got the right size cup. But really nice, nothing wrong with those at all. But we're starting off in easy mode here, you know, stuff that I know that I've had before and we're going to like. So we'll bump it up a notch in a moment or two. So up next we have Sinterdrop mix. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Again, apologies if that's completely wrong. But basically, I think you can tell what this is just from the look of the packet or what's on the packet. And this must be licorice, it must be. If it's not, I'd say eat my hat, but yeah, I'll probably just eat these instead. But yeah, there's nothing much to say about these. I think they are licorice. It doesn't really give too much away on the back. It says suiker, which is sugar, glucose stroop, which would probably be glucose syrup, and everything else is, again, all Dutch to me. But I'm fairly certain that these are licorice. But I'm going to open up and give one a go. I actually like licorice, so these will probably be fine for me. I know a lot of people don't like licorice. I think the only question mark is as to whether these are like the Scandinavian ones that you can get, where they've got actually the salted licorice, which I know they're huge fans of in Scandinavia. So whether this is just normal licorice, salted licorice, or maybe it's not licorice at all, we'll find out in just a moment. Yep, oh, yep, that's licorice, all right. Yep, you can smell that, you can see them in there. That is licorice, 100%. You've got that licoricey smell. They smell good. I mean, again, it all depends on your opinion on licorice. I'm going for this one. It's a cow. And yeah, let's give it a go. It's got to be licorice. Oh, it's hard. It's really hard. It's chewy licorice. I thought it was going to be soft licorice. Those are so chewy, they probably took me a good 20 to 30 seconds to chew that up properly. And I can feel that I've still got bits stuck in my teeth. I like them, they're nice. But if you like licorice, nice. Not if you don't like licorice, you definitely won't like these. Well, they are super chewy. I thought they'd just be quite soft. Kind of like, you know, the licorice you get in Bertie Bassett's or something like that. But no, they are very, very chewy. And I do like them. Are they salted? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't think so. It's been a long time since I've had the salted licorice. That is something else I want to get on here at some point. What I might try and do is see if I can get hold of some of the salted licorice quite soon, and we can do a comparison. I don't think these are salted, but they're nice if you like licorice. Big caveat there. I quite like them. Just wasn't a huge fan of all the chewing I had to do. So up next we are moving away from the sweet stuff. If you can count that licorice stuff as sweet, it's very much in the middle. It's almost like on the cusp of sweet and savoury sometimes, licorice. I've still got some of it in my teeth. I haven't been able to get rid of it. So if you see bits of licorice stuck in my teeth, I'm sorry, I can't get rid of it. But yes, we are moving away from the sweet stuff onto some savoury items now. And here we've got some smoked jalapeno cheese. This looks like those little smoked cheeses you can get in some cheese sections at some supermarkets and stuff like that. I've had jalapeno cheeses before, but they're usually in like cheddar form, not this kind of smoked form. So it'd be quite interesting to try this. I like cheese, I like jalapenos. Yeah, I like spicy food, so I'll be quite interested to give these a go. I'm just going to quickly cut into this and we will give it a go. You're going to have to forgive me, this is going to be out of shot. I didn't pick up my knife. 1 second. Right, sorry about that. Got my knife. So yeah, I'm just going to break into this packet. Actually, I wonder if I can peel it open. Rather peel it open than cut into it. Oh, looks like it's got an edge here. Talk amongst yourselves. So how are you today? How are you doing? You doing anything nice? I hope so. I mean, you can't be having that busy of a day if you're watching me trying to struggle into a cheese packet. You know what, I'm just going in, sod it. Jesus Christ, what's this made out of? Iron. Oh.
Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
There we go. In. Go. Oh, right, so we're into that. So it smells extremely smoky. Oh, it smells lovely if you like smoked stuff, that is. Can't smell any jalapeno in it, but maybe once we're actually through the outer wrapper. Not even sure what these outer wrapper is made of, but oh, it's tough actually. It's very difficult to cut into. I'm going to just chop the end off. So there we go, you can see I've chopped into the end of that, and you can actually see flecks of jalapeno. They look like they've got red and green jalapenos in. Might be able to see that, I don't know if that's focusing properly. But I'm just going to peel this end bit off. So you might be able to see that a bit better. It's got the weird smoky outer casing on it. I don't know if it's actually a case or... I don't know what it is on the outside. Is it like a wax or something like that? I can never remember if you can eat this bit on the outside or not. One way to find out. So I'm going to give this a quick taste. The answer is yes, you can eat that out a bit. Ooh, ooh. There is a bit of heat there. Ooh, it's a bit more heat than I thought there would be. It's not overwhelming or anything. It's not horribly spicy or anything like that. You just get a bit of a tingle on the tongue of the jalapeno. You don't get really much of the flavour of the jalapeno because it's so smoky, such a smoky cheese. But it's really nice. I like it anyway. It all depends on your opinion on 1, cheese, 2, smoky, 3, spice. And for me that ticks all the boxes, so I really like that. Again, the jalapeno doesn't really add any flavour to it. It's just the little kick of spice. It's not overwhelming, it's good, a good amount of spice. Because like I said, I like hot food, I've had really spicy food before, but sometimes you don't want that overwhelming heat, you just want a little bit of a kick, and that works very, very nicely. I give that thumbs up. And next we are sticking on the smoky vibe, I think, because I've got here some extra Madeira Rookwurst, which looks very much like some of the smoky sausage you can get over here. It says Vanavant Groom Stampot, whatever the heck that means. I don't know if that's the brand, the make, or whatever. I am guessing this is like kind of like a smoky sausage that you can get pretty much most places, but I think the only way to be sure is to open it up and give it a go. There it is. Much, much easier than the other thing. Oh wait, nope, still got to get through this. Right, I'm in. Okay, so, ooh, that does smell not as smoky as I thought. It smells quite salty. Don't mind me just sitting here sniffing my sausage. Ooh. It smells like a hot dog. Yeah, it's got that sort of hot dog smell, like before you cook it. Yeah, it's definitely got that slightly salty hot dog in a brine smell to me. But I'm going to take a chunk off and see how it works. How it works? How it tastes. I know how it works. You put it in your mouth and eat it. Jeez. Right. It's quite slippery, actually. But let's give it a go. Yeah, it's not actually smoky. I thought it would be a smoky sausage, but it's not. It's got that, you know, slightly spiced, very, very light spiced sausagey taste. It's good. It's fine. It's nice. It is similar to like a hot dog Frankfurter type taste. It's nice if you like those kinds of things. It's good. I like it. I think it'll go nicely with the things. I don't know if it's something you eat necessarily by itself, but it's good. It will probably go nicely into like hot pots or something like that. You know, like a Frankfurter and chili bean hot pot or something like that would probably be very, very good for it, which I might do a little later this week. It's quite a budget meal, and this would probably work quite nicely in it. Ooh, hang on. Let's try it with the cheese. Don't know if this is a combination you're supposed to do, but what the hell? Cheese and sausage. Let's give it a go. Let's give this a try. Cheesy, sausagey, spicy combination. That works quite well actually, because you get the smokiness of the cheese mixed with the flavour of the sausage, and then you get the slight spice of the jalapeno afterwards. That actually works quite well. That's nice, I like it. Not sure if it's a combination that you were supposed to do. Not sure if it's one they would do in the Netherlands, but it's one that I've just done and I like it. Last but by no means least is going to be the one with the most question marks over it for me as to whether or not I'll like it. It is herring fillets, or herring fillets basically, and they are in a tomato cream sauce. So these are, yeah, basically herring fillets in a tomato sauce. They're quite big on their herring over in the Netherlands, and I don't know if this is actually cooked or not, or whether it's raw and in a tomato sauce. My parents just said there was a load of herring over in there. It's quite a popular dish in the Netherlands. Usually I don't know if it's necessarily had in like this tomato sauce. I think it's usually had by itself. But I'm going to try this a few ways. Here it says serving suggestion, which is basically on a plate with a bit of parsley on it. Nah, I'll pass. I'll just, I'll parsley on that. But yeah, I'm going to open up the tin and let's see how it is. Oh, that is quite a lot of sauce. I'm just going to, oh dear, that is one tough tin. That's as far back as I can get with it without fearing for my life and my fingers. Oh, that smells very, very fishy. Slightly tomatoey, obviously. It's got that smell like if you open a can of sardines or something like that. It smells like that. It's not the most appetizing thing to look at. I don't know if you can see that without me spilling like tomato sauce everywhere. It smells fine if you like fish. If you don't like fish, if you hate that like fishy smell, you're not going to like the smell of this. So I'm going to get this out of the tin and try and get these onto a plate. Oh yeah, it is definitely cooked. Oh dear. Right, I've got that onto a plate. Look at that, isn't that lovely and appealing? Yeah, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to give this a go by itself, see how it is. I have a feeling this is just going to taste like generic fish, like sardines or something like that. And I'm just going to try this bit here. Yeah, it's fine. It's not bad. It just mostly tastes like a generic fish to me. I couldn't tell you what herring itself would taste like because this just tastes like generic fish. Sorry, generic tinned fish. It would probably be a lot nicer actually if it was by itself. I don't know if the tomato sauce adds to it. I don't dislike it. I think it needs something with it, which we'll get onto in a second. I'm just going to try another bit. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Depends on your opinion of fish in general, and tinned fish especially. I mean, it's not exactly the most appetizing thing, but it's not like you're trying anything like horrible or out of the ordinary. It's just fish in tomato sauce, basically. But what I do know is, I think in the Netherlands, they have herring generally with onions and pickle, which is quite interesting to me. And I have actually already prepared some raw onions and some pickles. So I'm going to go get those and we'll try that with this. Right, I'm back after gathering my onions and my pickles, and you can see I've now got that on the plate as well. That might be making things worse for you if you don't like pickles or onions or things like that. But I thought I'd try and be a little bit traditional. Again, I don't know if this is in fact a way you would have this herring with tomato sauce, but I just read that they generally have herring and onions, so I'll give it a go. Can't make it any worse, I would think, because I like onions. I do like raw onions because I'm weird like that. So I'm just going to try and get a bit of this with a bit of onion. Right, I've got some onion and some fish on there. Actually, that's all right. I don't know what it is, but something about the onion adds to the fish somehow. You've got that little bit of an oniony kick, which elevates it somehow. I suppose like tomato and onions go together a lot in sauces and things like that. So it could be that, but that's all right actually. So let's give it a go with some pickle now. I need to chop off a bit of one of these pickles, and managed to get that on the fork as well. So forgive me, this probably looks horrific. Again, that's all right. I think I prefer the onions over the pickles. I mean, I like all of these things. I love pickles, to be honest. Best bit of a burger, don't at me. I'm not going to have this as a representation of all herring dishes in the Netherlands. I think I'd have to go there and actually try herring over there to make sure I'm getting the authentic experience. But this is all right. I will probably finish this off, to be fair, once the camera's switched off. One thing I am going to try is, I've got half of a roll here that I made yesterday. I was out of roll, so I made some. And I'm going to try some of this on a roll, because I'm on a roll. I'll pop some of the fish on here. If you're still watching by this point, I commend you, because this is probably quite disgusting to watch. Whether that's just the fish or just me, who can say? But yeah, bit of onion, bit of fish, and a bit of a roll. Let's give that a go as well. I think I've got it all in my beard. Yep, I have. The perils of beards. Again, that was quite nice. I quite like that on the roll with the onion and the fish. That actually works quite well together. So yeah, I'll probably finish this off for my lunch with that roll. Yeah, and that was our taste test. That was our trial run taste test. And yeah, let me know what you thought. If you thought that was interesting, if you thought it was disgusting. I would be surprised if you didn't think that was disgusting. At least that last part anyway. I'm hoping that the next time we try this, it will be for some slightly more out there left field kind of treats. These ones are quite familiar because they are stuff that you can probably get over here, or at least get things that are similar to these over here. But yeah, it was nice to try something directly from the Netherlands, and hopefully next time I will get some things that are a bit more left field. This was, like I said, a trial run. So that's it for this big friendly grub. I'm going to sign off, and this plate of fish is going to sign off, and we will catch you on the next big friendly grub when we will be back to cooking, back to baking. Next time, I don't know what it's going to be. It might be a baking recipe. I've got one tucked away that might be quite fun. Or I might try something a bit different, something I haven't tried before. So who knows what it's going to be. Stick around and we will catch you on the next Big Friendly Grub. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye? What the heck? Bye-bye. Like the Teletubbies. Bye.